Currently, we have Cyber Legacy with 4 and 0. Meanwhile, Omega Lil are second place with 3 and 0. Khan are in third place with 2 and 2, drawn with Extremum, who are in fourth place with 2 and 2. But because Khan beat Extremum, I believe. Let me just double check myself there. Yep, they did. That means that they do stand above them in the head-to-head, and meanwhile, Tempo are down in 5th at 1 and 3. And then we have Voldemort. Poor little Voldemort. They've had all their games now. Their time here is done, and unfortunately, they lost every single series. But they did take a couple of games as they went down, so credit to them. But yeah, Voldemort will not be seeing any more Dota action in the Omega League. So, this game, very important. It's about time these guys put all of their... they've been playing a lot of Dota. They've been playing a lot of Dota throughout these tournaments. They've come through the qualifiers, and now they're down in the Divine League and playing in this group stage. They need to have some sort of plan coming into this. And having a look at these two openings, we've got a Rubik and a Void Spirit coming out from Team Tempo. Meanwhile, Khan, they have gone for the Phoenix and the Venomancer. I really like Khan's opening here. I don't know how they've managed to get Phoenix and Veno.
Yeah, I'm quite curious about that too. And they even got the Phoenix before the Venomancer. Normally you see the Veno go first in these kind of situations. Tiny also was unpicked in the first phase, so Tempo decided to go for a Rubik pickup right after they saw the Phoenix. Khan went for the Venomancer. Rubik is quite good against Veno, but still, I would not give up Venomancer for any situation. I would think, like, it's just too good. It can be playing 3, the 4, the 5. It's just so flexible. It's so annoying to D-ward against. It just provides so much vision for your allies as well. And then Tempo go for the Void Spirit. So a very mobile hero that can kill Venomancer Phoenix. It's not that hard for him, but if he falls behind, it is going to be a little bit difficult. Then they go with that Snapfire here to kill the egg. Again, we've seen the Snapfire be played as a support and has like little to no impact against Phoenix. But as a position 3, we have seen it be able to knock off some eggs in the team fights.
Yeah.
Crack some eggs, but we'll see where the Snapfire is going to go. But as of right now, I do believe the Snap is most likely going to be the position 4 or the 5. And then the Void Spirit is going to be offlane, because they did choose it very early in the draft. And then now we got Khan with the Nyx Assassin. So we got that Spike Carapace against Void Spirit, Spike Carapace against Snapfire. Really good hero. Most likely going to be the 4 laning up with the Venomancer in this game.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's I like this Nyx Assassin pickup a lot here. I think versus Snap and Void, it's just super value. And of course, you've already got 2 int heroes to make that mana burn quite valuable as well. So yeah, pretty big fan. I think Khan's draft just looks so good right now. I mean, Tempo, it's okay, but I think Khan just looks so straightforward for them. Like Venomancer, we know this hero is great. Phoenix as well, fantastic pickup. The team fighting, everything just looking really good from Khan here. I'm a little bit worried for Tempo. It does seem like this draft is a little bit disconnected, I would say. I guess like there's some synergies in the Void Spirit Remnant being able to hold still for the Snapfire ulti, but I mean it's nothing to get excited about. And now I'm gonna go for the Legion Commander. Interesting. So this pick I actually like quite a lot. This is some sustained lockdown. This means you can jump the Venomancer and hopefully kill him off before he pops that ulti, which is key. Same with the Phoenix, right? You've got these 2 heroes which need to get off their ultimates, preferably before they die, to have any kind of impact in the game, and a hero which can break them down. And, you know, if they are in the 4 or 5 position, I imagine the Venomancers probably be 3. They should be able to get the damage off, and with the Snapfire, of course, as well. Monolith's Kiss is going to come on from overhead as well. So, yeah, I think this is a really valuable pickup from Tempo, and one which kind of makes this game make a little bit more sense to me. But it does move the Void Spirit to mid, I think.
It's good at removing the Gale, which is quite important. That's majority of Venomancer's slow and damage. Then you got the dual lane now coming out from the Legion Commander plus the Rubik. Oh, this troll, that's going to be really hard for Legion to fight into here. As laning stage, mid game, late game. You're right. This Legion can burst the Phoenix and the Venomancer, but if the Legion goes on a Veno that is very tanky, maybe has Guardian Greaves, Shivas, the Phoenix pops the egg, and you got that Nyx stun to like be able to protect the egg, it's going to be a really difficult team fight for Tempo after the mid game. Early game, you can definitely have the damage to be able to burst, but I'm kind of worried about Tempo's lineup going into the mid-late game. They do have the last pick here, though, for their carry. And this Void Spirit looking more like it's going mid and Legion offlane.
Mm-hmm.
And that means Khan are also going to be able to counterpick this Void Spirit middle here, too. Get whatever mid lane that they feel comfortable laning into the Void.
10 seconds.
Oh, there's also a Magnus. Oh no, there's not a Magnus. Okay, I was gonna say
Magnus
there's
banned
also
out
a Magnus.
first.
I literally, yeah, it was like the first ban on the side of Tempo. I looked at every other ban but that one. It's very surprising to me how, in this current patch, carries get banned out so heavily.
Yeah, they really hate the carries. It's just basically after the first phase, it's almost all carries if you haven't picked it already.
Yeah.
So much stuff you don't want to play against. And Khan with the creative bans as well, going for the Razor and the Drow. Does make sense considering the lineup of Team Tempo.
They got the Troll Warlord, right?
Yeah.
They need to pick some carry that will counter the trolls. Razor would have been great for it. I'm just concerned that they wouldn't have like a hard carry. I really don't believe Razor to be that hero.
Yeah, it'd be a very all-in lineup, wouldn't it? And you'd have to put yourself on a super tight timer.
It would be. So they need the mid against this Void. Ember's gone, Tiny's gone, Mag's gone, Invoker, Kunkka. It's just nothing but carries and mid laners, huh?
Yep.
Being banned out here.
And they go with the Queen of Pain. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a bad matchup for Void. He can dodge out that dagger, but yeah, I mean, this burst potentially is more they're looking for on the side of Khan. Like, they've got their DPS and the Phoenix and the Veno. They just want something to really cut through the mustard and do the damage.
Surprisingly, I would have liked to have seen a Viper or something instead. Something a bit more tanky than a Queen of Pain. Because this Queen is not going to be able to just blindly blink in and have the cover of a save or something like that. So the Queen can only be a follow-up hero to the Troll Warlord and the Nyx Assassin. And if you have this Viper Venomancer, then you have two heroes who can buy some auras. They can split it between each other and are quite tanky. Beno obviously going to be naturally buying utility items.
Yeah, those 4 stuffs if needed, the mechs. I mean, the saves just look really good this game. And anything to amp up your team into a Legion, into a Snapfire is really good. And they go with the Morph. All right, fair enough.
Ooh, I don't know about that one. Ah, that's going to be a Snapfire Morphin lane, then a Rubik plus Legion off lane. It's a liability hero. That's for sure. Venomancer Nyx. I think Nyx is also quite good against Morphling. You get
it can be, yeah.
Stun. Yeah, you're not going to be able to morph if he's on top of you with the stun. It's like really hard to see that coming. And then the mana burn is probably the most valuable spell against the Morphling.
Well, we've got a lot of disconnections going on right now from both teams, actually, as we've got a lot of reconnects going on. So, yeah, hold your horses, people. Might be a little bit getting started with this first game, as we do seem to have some connection issues. But one thing I do like about the Morphling, though, is that it gives them the ability to blow heroes up, which, as I mentioned before, I think this is so important. Every single hero, except for Nyxas on this team, is susceptible to just being blown up and taken out of the game instantly, especially when you've got the Legion Commander, the Void Spirit. The burst damage from the side of Tempo is just getting really ridiculous. And not only that, it gives them an egg hitter as well, which I think is extremely important when you're looking at this game. You need someone to be able to come in and blow up that egg. The Morphling is going to do exactly that, along with the Snapfire earlier on, and then the Morphling can take the mantle later on in the game to be able to bring down that Supernova. So I really like what Tempo have done with this draft, actually. I think it's risky. I don't think it's the easiest draft to pull off, but I think if they know the way to play it, then they will be able to get the advantage over Khan. So yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty even, honestly. What would you say?
I gotta prefer Khan's lineup here. I think their heroes are quite strong, like in laning stage, and they're gonna be able to play the mid game quite well. Venomancer, I cannot bet against this hero. Too high of a win rate, very annoying to deal with. And Morphling, one thing we should mention about Morphling, why it's also good in this game is he's gonna go Manta, and he's gonna be able to kill the egg quite easily. Right? Has very high agility, can go Manta, BKB, something like that, and kill the egg. My concern is that Troll Warlord is just a counter to all these heroes in the late game. I don't think they actually have sufficient disables to be able to deal with like a satanic Troll Warlord.
Yeah, that's true enough. That's true enough. When he does get those items online, he could be a bit of a problem, and that prevents him being kind of blown up, as we mentioned before. But at the same time, I think he might need a BKB this game. If the Morphling decides to go shotgun, the Void Spirit's nuke damage is a lot. The Rubik can steal something as well from the Queen of Pain, and the shotgun build from the Morphling. I mean, it's going to be too much damage for a troll to deal with. You know, he doesn't have the highest HP pool in the game, that's for sure. Yep. So I do think Naive needs to have a really good game. Right?
I don't think we've ever seen a troll or in a really long time without the BKB, but eventually he will get it, and eventually have that Satanic too. And I'm more really concerned about the lanes than anything else in this game for tempo. Because if you don't have good lanes, it's very hard to play that mid game. And you did pick a lot of small skirmishing heroes like Legion Commander and Void Spirit, so I'm looking forward to this mid lane because this Void Spirit, I think there's a lot lying on him. He's really gotta Noob's gotta show what he's made of.
Yeah, he's gotta not be a noob this game, basically.
Yeah, Noob versus Pikachu. Wow, matchup I never thought I'd see.
Yeah, Pikachu, of course, brother of Iceberg, twin, I believe, actually. A little factlet for you there. Playing on the Queen of Pain versus the Void Spirit in mid. As I mentioned before, it's kind of Queen of Pain favored, but Void Spirit can win the matchup if he plays it really well. Daggers can be quite difficult to land due to Dissimulate being available, and yeah, I mean it's going to be an interesting one to match. I do think it's quite skill based in this middle lane, and when I look at these two players on the matchup, I think Noob's been impressing me a lot recently. I really do. So I'm not super sold on Pikachu winning this mid lane.
I'm not either. I think he's a great player, Noob.
We've seen him put in some pretty stellar performances. Meanwhile, we've got the... Is it going to be Veno Phoenix in the bottom lane? No, if it looks like the 5 position's playing the Phoenix, then it's going to be Veno Nyx Assassin. Ugh, still sounds horrible. That doesn't sound like a nice safe lane for a Morphling to be in.
No, it's not. It's really scary because at any point you can just get stunned up, hit. I mean, during the entire lane stage, you're going to get hit by the Poison Sting, right? So you're going to get zoned out. And then at any point, if the Nyx just lands a stun on you, you might just be dead. And if you're not dead, that means you probably had too much strength morphed, and you not last any creeps properly in the lane. And your support is a Snapfire. The Snapfire can only help you from getting the ranged creeps with her Scatter Blast. She cannot use the cookie aggressively for you to get in there and try to kill this Veno or the Nyx Assassin. It's just going to be way too scary for you.
Has to be used defensively. Has to be they need that get out of jail free card. It's a scary lane, that's for sure. But you know, the Morphling, if he plays his cards right, if he's able to avoid this, it could be okay. I mean, he's always a good hero in the jungle anyway, Morphling, right? Like, as long as you can get a decent timing on your Morbid Mask, you should be okay. Whether that happens is going to be the big question mark in this game. Meanwhile, up at top, Naive on the Troll Warlord, he is going to be joining up with the Phoenix and playing into a Rubik and a Legion Commander. I mean, this is a very strong lane from the side of Tempo, isn't it, as well? Like, the classic Rubik plus melee strength here in the off lane always feels pretty good.
It's quite good, but Troll Warlord is probably one of the heroes that really doesn't care about this lane because he's just going to be able to keep hitting the Legion Commander. And the Legion Commander runs in to try to hit the Troll. You got the Whirling Axes that are going to come out, and the Legion Commander is going to miss the attacks, run away. You're going to get the range axe, slow down, and they're going to keep on hitting you nonstop. Then there's Phoenix on top of that. Fire Spirits is just such an OP spell, right? This is why we see this hero get picked up in the first phase almost every single game, or banned. Especially once they're level 3. I think this Legion Commander has a lot of kill potential that you have on this Legion Commander.
Meanwhile, DNZ just going to straight up steal the creep wave to start with, so not even pulling, not even doing anything like that, just going to grab the creeps, bring them behind the tower, and get to work. But there's a nice safe farm, and meanwhile Mitch... So, I mean, this really just proven that they don't feel like they can fight level 1, they want to try and get level 2, and Legion Commander even getting the overwhelming odds just to secure the range creep like there as well.
You know they don't feel that comfortable in this lane just from the way that they're playing this out. They can't just straight up try to win this lane. Troll Warlord, the power of Troll Warlord right here.
A bit of a beast though. Not trading particularly well with Mitch here, yeah. Taking a lot of hits from the Legion Commander, so this is going to force out a pretty early salve from the Troll, which Mitch's going to feel pretty happy about. He actually had to pop the salve there instantly in case of the overwhelming odds came off cooldown as well, so I'm just being smart about that. But bottom lane, Krylet off to a reasonably good start right now. As they're kind of just trading farm, doing their thing. Unfortunately, oh dear. The Venomancer's managed to pull the creep wave really far back, which is a big problem.
Exactly. This is where it gets really hard for Morphling, because now he's going to be able to get chased down.
Yeah. This is not the kind of lane you want to have the creep wave under the enemy's tower, that's for sure. Oh dear. Luckily, LeBron is kind of distracting Gilgear, so there won't be any kind of attempt on Krylat just yet.
Oh, we got the pull off. Nice.
Yeah, that's
That's
surprising,
very,
actually.
very good.
Let's
That's
go.
very good.
Oh, okay, so there must have been a
Morphle
call
out.
from the Venomancer to be like, all right, we can kill this morph if you just come to lane, Gilgear. And Gilgear's like, oh, but I'm distracting the pull. And then he kind of gets dragged between the two, and he's not really sure where he's meant to be or what he's meant to be doing. And that's just kind of a bit of a mess up. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Excel getting pretty low to DNZ, trying to trade with the guy, but Fadebot, of course, makes that pretty favorable for Mr. DNZ.
Wow. Dude, Noob is absolutely smashing this mid lane, Nomad. Look at this.
my
He's got
God,
perfect
yeah.
last hit. He's got every single last hit. He's already got his bottle, and he's drank it all up, too.
This is really impressive. Like, this is very impressive. We expected good things from Noob, and he is delivering in this middle lane. Pikachu doesn't know what's hit him. 19-4 to 11-3. Goodness gracious, and he is not
He's got
stopping.
every creep. He has not missed a single creep in this lane. That's crazy. Okay, never mind. He did miss a lot of creeps. He has 3 denies on the Queen of Pain. What I'm trying to say is he's got a lot of pain compared to everybody else.
Yeah, he's pulling really far ahead. Pikachu, meanwhile, throwing a bit of damage into Noob with that screen, but yeah, he's impressing. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, there's a Cookie coming out aggressively onto the Venomancer here. They're trying to take down right now. I mean, they need to bring him down really quickly because the poisons are stacking up, but they will get the kill. Tempo draw first blood in the bottom lane. Not expected, but definitely a hugely welcome turn of events for the side of Tempo. This bottom lane, it's just huge. This going well is fantastic for them.
Yeah, LeBron has done a really good job at playing around the pulls, getting the Knicks away from the Morphling, and getting that one little small camp pull-off has pretty much meant this lane was completely salvaged at that point, right? They had a double wave coming into them, and then they had a double wave going back into Khan, and with that double wave and the pressure, they were able to just commit onto the onto the Venomancer with the Morphling.
Yeah,
That's really good. I mean, I'm sure Morphling wished he got that last hit, and he got the first blood there. But he's not going to complain at the end of the day if LeBron just sells him.
Top lane, Mitch in some trouble trying to run himself away, but Excel's right on top of him. This Phoenix is breathing down his neck. Doesn't have any more spells to throw out. Naive, he doesn't even have axes to throw down. Finally gets some mana for it, but he's already backed himself away. Mitch going to heal himself up with that salve, and Excel, well, going to try and cancel it, but misses the Fire Spirit. Misses a second Fire Spirit. Finally connects with a third, but it's a little too late. We'll still get a decent amount of damage, though, onto Mitch. And actually, the Troll's coming over as well. DNZ trying to play around with them and they'll be able to take off the bounty rune, but DNZ on the run, and it is going to be okay in the end. Tempo, once again, a small victory up here in the top lane, but they're starting to stack up.
Indeed. I mean, they are doing a lot better on this top lane than I thought they would be doing. There's like a double wave for Mitch to farm up too, so if he actually gets all these asses, he's going to have the same asses as his Troll Warlord. So quite even lane up here for the Legion Commander.
Oh my
Missing
goodness,
that
middle
glove,
lane. Pikachu pops a Sonic Wave, just trying to blow Noob up, catching him on low HP. But Noob dodges it with a Dissimulate. Fantastic reactions from Noob there, just ready for anything, apparently.
This next power rune is going to mean a lot for both of these teams. 15 seconds. It looks like Noob is actually just going to go straight back to base. He's going to give the power rune to the Queen of Pain. So the next 100 seconds, or 100 seconds later, when the Sonic Wave is back up, we're going to see a lot of action on this map.
I think so. Team on the bottom lane. The Krylat being
just
pushed
an
a little bit.
illusion rune.
Boring.
Oh, imagine the one free rune that you get, right? You're like struggling against this guy, you're like fighting with him back and forth, and the free rune gaming gives you is an illusion rune.
Pretty surprising, yeah. It's not what you're looking for either, man. Like any other rune would have been lovely,
Yeah,
and then Illusion Rune just like meh. Huh?
I was saying like there's Arcane, DD, Regen, Haste, like any of those would have netted you a kill 100%, or at least a bunch of farm, right? On the map. But then you just end up with these illusions. I guess you could technically, I don't know what you can do with the illusion. You can remove like Astral Step or something. I have no idea, dude. It's just
yeah.
terrible.
I don't know if you can purge the damage of Astral Step. Actually, I'm sure you can Manta dodge it, but and obviously Illusion Rune now is a Manta in your pocket, basically. Pocket Manta.
Mm-hmm. Get rid of that mark.
Yeah, it's something, but it's not much. All right, let's have a quick lane review right now. So up in the top lane, the Legion Commander is currently 20-2 to the Trolls 25-5. So a little bit of an advantage for Naive, but not a huge one. I think Tempo will be quite happy with how this lane's going up here. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, Gilgear playing up into LeBron and Kraliat with Cheshire Cat, I believe this guy's called. These guys are doing not as well I would have thought, actually. 21-4 to the Morphlings 27-4. Really big win for Tempo in this bottom lane. After getting that kill, they've managed to turn it into quite a lot here. So, yeah, I mean, another win for Tempo, I'd say, in the bottom lane. Well, I mean, top wasn't a win for Tempo, but they're happy with how it's gone. It's not gone as badly as perhaps they would have thought, and somehow managing to turn around the bottom lane. And me, all admit, as we mentioned before, Noob is very, very happy. Despite having to walk back to base here, he's not given up an important rune, luckily, and he's also going to get himself full, and he's already pulling really far ahead on the CS charts as well. So, big win for Tempo. I think this laning phase has gone much better than we would have thought. And I mean, mostly it's his bottom lane, right? Like it was all to do with Gilgi. You know, in these kind of games, the pressure is so high on the position 4 to do the right thing, right? You either block this camp, or you go and invade this camp, or you stop the pull, or you get the pressure. But if you fail to do any one of those things over the course of about 20 seconds or so, that's all it takes for a really good team to be able to pull ahead in the lane. And that's exactly what happened down here in the bottom lane. They got the pull off, they get the extra XP, they get a little bit further ahead, it results into a kill onto the Venomancer, all that because of one tiny mistake, like minuscule mistake, and kind of hardly even be called a mistake, but yeah, that's all it takes.
I think it's much better in these kind of lanes where early game you just kind of buy a sentry and bring it down here and just drop it onto the small camp. Like ask your position 5 if you need to just drop, because it's so important that your opponent doesn't get these small camp pulls. And if the snapper has to spend like 30 seconds getting her sentry, dewarding, waiting for the next, that's perfect because you could have already won your lane in those first 2 or 3 minutes. But because you spent so much time like lingering around the pull camp, making sure that they don't get the pulls up, blah 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 blah, then like the Morphling is just gonna have a free time against the Venomancer because the Venom can't actually burst the Morph without the help of the support stunning him. Because it's just gonna keep on clicking that attribute shift all the time. So now it's come to the point where this Morphling can pretty much never die in this lane, right? Even if this stun comes off in the Nyx, Venomancer is gonna peck at this Morphling, and then all he has to do is click attribute shift, done. This lane is already salvaged from him. He's just gonna walk back, go back down, get flashed up, go back in, and maybe even kill off the Venomancer. Venom's still a very slow hero. We should always remember that. So there's a lot of potential here after once like Snapfire, especially Morphling's level 5 to be able to kill the Venom.
That's impressive. It's impressive. I'm very interested to see if they have any solution here, Khan. You know, maybe they can move in some more heroes, but I think the only person who stands a chance of being able to burst Krylat in time is actually the Queen of Pain, and they're going to be very hyper aware of this Queen of Pain's movements, so she's the only one that can really make things happen in either of the sidelines. So the moment Pikachu is off map, they're going to be playing careful, they're going to be respecting her, and they're going to be trying to avoid Pikachu where possible.
And still 90-second cooldown on Pikachu. So using that ultimate on Noob and not getting a kill has been very costly for Khan. And that's going to be information spread all throughout Tempo that this Queen of Pain does not have ultimate. So they're not going to be too worried about those teleportation reactions coming out from the Queen of Pain. If the ultimate is online, the Sonic Wave is on, then she'll be actively looking for any place, top or bottom, doesn't matter.
Yeah, Pikachu's going to be feared in this game, but it's kind of good because it's only one hero. You know, they know exactly who the who to be afraid of. You know, they know who. They've only got one hero to worry about. That's what I'm trying to say. No one else really has the lockdown or the damage to cause any threats onto either Legion Commander or the Morphling. They can be pretty safe. And also, we haven't really mentioned the Void Spirit, but Noob can do the exact same thing, and, you know, he doesn't have a cooldown to worry about either. He can be much more active than the Queen of Pain can be because he doesn't have the cooldowns to worry about. Whether he does that or not, might be looking to get a couple of items up first, realizing that his team are doing pretty well in these lanes and doesn't really need to worry about trying to capitalize upon his early aggression, but instead just chooses to get some farm and try and pull ahead in that regard.
This Void Spirit has done very, very well in this lane. And if he can get up to this phase boots without dying, I think the heroes, like, there's a lot of squishy heroes, right, on Kansa. They got the Queen of Pain, they got the Venom, and the Phoenix. I don't think this Phoenix is going to be hitting level 6, like, anytime soon, or even at 10 minutes, because this Nyx Assassin is going to need that tome. One of the problems with Nyx as a hero is that he needs a lot of experience to be useful in the game, and that's why we don't see it picked quite often, even though he's a very annoying hero. So that's gonna take the tome away from the Phoenix, and that means the Phoenix might even be like level 5 to minute 12, 13 even. I've seen that, unless they start picking up some kills on Khan, which is very unlikely at this point in the game.
Yeah, they need to make some big rotations. They need to really engage their supports and make sure that they are getting those levels, as you mentioned. If not, things could go wrong very, very quickly. And Krellat does look like he's reconnected. Hopefully, we can get on the move ASAP. Get this game into gear.
Mitch top lane, he's feeling a little bit uncomfortable at the moment. He has no boots. He's constantly getting axes thrown at him.
Yeah, that's the annoyance of Troll. Like, he could just really spam out his spells. Very, very cheap.
Oh, now he's got his boots. There we go. Okay, the courier is here, so it's gonna be a bit more comfortable now. But still, he's not quite yet level 5. Troll's on his way to 6, halfway there. Quite concerning actually for Mitch. He's just kind of running around in this lane. Got some action going on. Nope.
No.
Mid lane
Everyone's
again. These
chilling.
two guys protecting the catapult, the Queen of Pain. Gonna have to just let it go now. Only was able to do 300 damage to the tower. It's okay. Not bad. Oh, very aggressive ward there.
Lane, DMZ, it's going to be okay, actually. They got the fire taken off him with the pressy attack. But again, just set skittering from this top lane as a Troll has given more and more freedom. Well, stun landing onto Morphling here, but he's absolutely fine in the bottom lane as well. So all across the board, you know, just light harassments being thrown out, but no real fights happening.
Look at bottom. This Morphling is just gonna keep on strength shifting. Doesn't even matter. Doesn't care. Like if they keep throwing spells at him, then he's just gonna strength shift, back down, back on up again. It's gonna be chill. The Venom is making his way back into his lane though. 32 losses to 37.
Yeah, they've controlled it up recently.
Oh,
Gilgit, can you pull it off? Oh, doesn't look like it. They had their moment. Unfortunately, they did miss it there. Well, finds a courier though. Can he finish it? He can. Nicely done. That's a Morbid Mask. Oh no. That is Krellat's get out of jail free card. That's his go to jungle item gone. And now he's going to be stuck on really high strength here in the bottom lane until those poisons end. That doesn't feel good. And meanwhile, I'm really surprised as well because they could have denied LeBron and sent him back to base so that he could TP into a lane, but instead they actually just let him TP back to base, and now he turns up to the top lane with a TP scroll. It's not really very well coordinated. They're going on to the Troll here. Troll has an ultimate. I'm not sure this is a hero you want to jump as the Queen of Pain comes through with the Sonic Wave, dishing out the damage. LeBron will drop, and it looks like Mitch is heading the same way as well. That is going to be 2. Meanwhile, Moob comes in, finishes off the kill onto Naive, and tries to get himself away with the Astral Step, and looks like he will be successful in doing exactly that.
Ooh, they had to use the they had to bring the Void Spirit in too for that kill. I guess it was kind of worth it because they did kill the Troll Warlord off in the end. It was 4 versus 4 or 3 versus 4 in the top lane. Gallagher didn't even need to come up there to help them.
Yep,
but Troll
and also worth mentioning as well that the Sonic Wave is down, and we mentioned before, you know, this is a spell they have to play around this game. Pikachu isn't a hero without this Sonic Wave, so once it's down, you can relax for a minute and a half. Yeah, pretty big deal.
That was the lane where the opponent was playing very aggressively, so the Queen of Pain doesn't have like a long distance for him to TP in, blink forward to make a play happen.
Krellat going on to Cheshire Cat here, but there is still Gilgit hanging out in this lane, but still a decent amount of harass, but also going to be forced to go very high into strength. Krellat continues to run himself back. Will be absolutely fine though as LeBron comes in.
It's very annoying that he doesn't have the Morbid Mask anymore in this lane. Oh. Woo! Just popped him like that.
Hey, Noob gets a little freebie in the mid lane. And, I mean, that's just Void Spirit things, isn't it? Catches him with the Remnant and then just dumps down, what's this, like 900 damage in the space of 2 seconds? Normal stuff. Just super normal stuff. Very cool hero. Love to see it. And Queen of Pain's got to be a little bit careful here as well. She's trying to play around, but Noob knows he needs to be a little bit cautious here. That ultimate coming off cooldown in 20 seconds, so you need to make sure you don't get caught out by that. Yeah, bouncy runes look like they're going to be going 2 apiece, I make it. Or is it 3? Counting is hard. No, it's 2 apiece.
Assassin now gets a tome, going to be level 6. Phoenix actually very close to level 6, just needs a little bit more experience from maybe a creep wave or so. They're gonna jump Pikachu middle right now.
It's not looking great for him as they jump forwards onto the Queen of Pain. She's holding off for the blink, though. They actually didn't get the Remnant off from Noob, so Queen of Pain gets herself out, and this 3-man rotation was kind of wasted.
Ooh, that feels really bad to miss that Remnant there.
Yeah.
I think that would have been the perfect chain stuns into a kill onto the Queen of Pain. Morphling stuck bottom, now has a Morbid Mask. He's gonna have to get out of this lane, but it looks like his team actually wants to smoke down here and defend his tower. Nixus isn't gonna break the smoke. Oh!
So big. So
Queen of
big.
Pain
They
keeping
don't...
in with Sonic
Detection?
Wave.
Detection? Anybody? Uh-oh, they don't have it. They do not have it. And now they jump forward, looking for the Snapfire to be the opening here. Pikachu just going to jump in, drop that Sonic Wave onto 2, and immediately take down 1. But Mitch is going to TP himself into this one. They do want to try and defend this tower tempo, at the very least. Mitch does have a pressy attack should he want to take off this dagger and this poison sting. But right now, they are holding back. Morphling under the tower, actually just going to TP himself away to the mid lane. Wants nothing to do with this engagement down at bottom, as Khan just completely surround this tower. There is no defending this one, unfortunately, from Team Tempo. They will have to back themselves away. And all the while, really Troll just really farming up at top. Why you? That's why you want the Vendetta on Nyx Assassin. I mean, it just allows you to kind of walk around and walk in and pop smokes. The invisibility is good, especially when the enemy don't have detection. Pretty, I don't know. I think Tempo probably should have had some detection there, to be honest.
Yeah, they do, but I guess at that point, the Snapfire already dropped the sentry on the mid lane there before they make that smoke play, so just ran out of detection.
Right.
Bottom, Veno's starting to pressure this in. Rubik is going to come in here, remove the pressure. Now he's actually going top to start planting wards, knowing that this is the natural movement from Tempo to try and take this top tower. And if the Venom starts planting like 7 wards on this top lane, it's going to be a very annoying push. I'm not entirely sure what Tempo's next game plan is. They might want to go even middle and try to fight there because the Venom has already camped himself up in this lane.
Stun out onto the Venomance. They're going to unleash with the Mortimer's Kiss as well. Heals come out from Excel. Is it going to be enough though? The Mortimer's Kiss is actually quite off the mark here as Cheshire Cat is able to run himself to the trees and will be okay. Cute attempt by LeBron, but unfortunately not quite successful, as the Venomancer will escape and just continue to spam out these Plague Wards from the tree line here. He knows exactly what he needs to be doing.
That was pretty nice, actually. Oh, Gilliger wants the couriers. Got one. Oh, Mitch, though, is going to get a duel on him.
Might do. Gilgit choking a little bit under the pressure. Will throw down with the dual hit, and the creep's going to get it. Who's going to get the kill? Yes, he does manage to get him off. DNZ getting the kill in the end, and that is also the first duel victory for Mitch.
Pretty sad. Not worth dual damage for Mitch. A kill given away just for that one courier. But they do know that all the heroes are coming towards top lane, though. So they got that going for them. Pikachu has Sonic Wave ready once again because of that Arcane Rune. The last time he used Sonic Wave. And meanwhile, the Troll Warlord just free farming away in this bottom lane. Already got a Yasha. Going for an MKB. I mean, not MKB. Basher next item. Interesting.
Yasha Basher.
I don't think I've seen this at all. Yasha into Basher.
I have. Not sure when, but it was a while ago. I'm trying to remember the player which did it. I can't remember who did it, unfortunately, but...
It's kind of interesting. It's because of the Void Spirit and the LC, right? Like, and Morphling even. There's so much mobility, they can just get out, so... Now you got that root, and you got the stun that can lock somebody in place while you're using your Battle Trance.
Yeah, I mean, Battle Trance is a spell which is enabled by your ability to hold heroes still. If you can't do that, then your ulti is going to be pretty weak, and sometimes the liabilities they go onto the Venomancer this time. They will not miss with the Mortimer's Kisses, and Cheshire Cat will get brought down. Didn't pop the ultimate because he didn't have it. Didn't level it. Meanwhile, Mitch jumping in pretty deep here, goes for the duel, but they actually get off the Icarus dive, making it pretty hard, but they will still get another one. It's a double for Mitch now as they take down XL. Pikachu tried and stop them just by dropping down the Sonic Wave, but what really is it accomplishing? Well, they are pretty low, and probably too low to really pressure this middle tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, Gilgister going for a run, just going to steal some bounty runes, ignoring team fights and acquiring cash. That is his goal this game.
They actually managed to still defend the top tower, though. So the Venomancer
still accomplishing his goal, which is to delay this game as much as possible. He's gonna TP right on back up there. He's like, I don't care. You guys didn't take this tower. It's still at full HP. We got catapult here now too. I'm just gonna keep on planting my wards. And look at Tempo, dude. They're just going right back in. They're like, okay, all right, you want a piece of this?
Let's make the exact same play. Let's do the exact same thing. And this time, they have got the Yules to set up onto the Veno, looking like it's going to be the exact same deal as last time. But this time, they get off the egg, but in comes LeBron, kills it on the backlines. Down goes Cheshire Cat as well. No, he was TP'd himself into this one. I don't think he wanted to do that, my friend, but he is looking in towards Mitch now, trying to get himself away. Tempo don't seem to be chasing. Pikachu's backing him up from behind. Doesn't have that Sonic Wave, but it looks like Khan are actually getting away with this. Tempo didn't have the resources to jump that troll and get him locked down, but they will surely be able to finish off this tier 1 at top now.
Wow, are you serious? They literally lost the same heroes again, and the Troll Warlord. This is space for you, buddy. What are you doing there? TPing in.
Yep.
That means the Troll was not farming during all that
Middle
time.
lane, looking for Pikachu. There's that Yules, there's that Remnant, holding him still, locking him down, and Mitch gets another kill in the middle lane as the team just moving across the map, smashing out everybody. Khan are hemorrhaging kills all of a sudden. I mean, I just want to pull up the team net worth graph. Oh, we can't even see the dots just yet. Meanwhile, oh my goodness, Kill Gear, what are you doing? Oh, Khan, they're falling apart here, man. They are just completely losing it.
Dude, Noob is doing everything in this game. Oh, DNZ is in the back with the Vendetta.
Oh, this is cheeky. This is cheeky. Who's the target? Who's going to get a big old smack from Uncle Rubik? And it looks like it might be Cheshire Cat as they throw him forwards a little bit off the mark with the Mortimer's Kisses. These are farming Mortimer's Kisses.
Yeah, the cookie didn't land on the Venomancer, or else that would have been a perfect kill right there. The follow-up kisses. That's all that happened.
Jump in onto the Queen of Pain. This time, though, it does look quite defensive from Tempo. They're not too sure about this one. The Sonic Wave comes through. Is it enough to finish off Mitch? It is. The dagger will kill him. Meanwhile, Cheshire Cat coming on forwards with Gilgit. Rubik on the front lines. He's going to get cut up as well, making it 2 kills, going the way of Khan. They managed to finally strike back. And now they look in towards the middle 1 tower, see if they can take this one down. Down onto Naive from LeBron, doing his best, doing his noblest to defend this tower. I mean, I think they can. They're going to have both their heroes back up in about 10 seconds. They can TP themselves in, but Cheshire Cat's going to get a ton of Plague Wards planted down before that point, as we have a disconnect from the Phoenix this time.
So we got an Orchid up on the Queen of Pain now, so they're hitting a pretty big timing here. The Basher on the Troll is not quite yet complete. He's got a lot of gold in his bank. He might want to consider waiting for that before he makes a play here. But then they already have this mid tower surrounded, so I think it's actually quite good if they decide to commit into this. The Venomancer is still strong, even though he did die twice just now. He's got a Vessel, 20 stick charges almost, Cloak, extremely tanky, 2 heroes being dead. It's going to take probably at least 12 seconds before Tempo are fight ready. So I think this tower looks quite dead. What do you think, Nomad?
I don't know. The way Tempo have been playing there, I feel like they want to throw bodies onto it. Noob is in base, getting his health and mana back. They've got 2 heroes respawning. Morphling, meanwhile, he's the only one not in this fight, but he can definitely make his way towards his middle lane. I've got a feeling they're going to try it, but I'm not sure I agree if that's the right move. I mean, the only spell that's on cooldown is the Sonic Wave. Meanwhile, you've also got the Supernova and the Poison Nova to worry about as well. The double Novas are available. Ooh, let's see how this one goes down. Yeah.
Poison Nova plus Supernova equals Cancer Nova. That's what you got going.
Yep.
Oh, they're just gonna run away.
Wow.
Okay, they're like, forget it. Okay.
This is not what we predicted.
Yeah, Khan is like, never mind, let's go get our Basher. I have too much gold in the bank. I mean, they had an Orchid, they had ways to be able to fight, and they just kind of just backed off, even though Rubik and Legion Commander were dead. Okay.
I do find it curious
when
that the Queen of Pain still decides to go Orchid, even though she's playing into a Legion Commander, and well, this is why Rubik in some trouble. Not getting out of this one, unfortunately. No spells, no life. He's gonna get killed.
I mean, Queen of Pain without Orchid is not really like a semi-carry, right? It's just a utility hero at that point. And I think Orchid Queen of Pain just allows you to scale much better into the game. At some point, you are going to want a Bloodthorn. So you got that mad DPS. Mitch, though, bottom doesn't have a Blink Dagger yet, so he can't even initiate onto this pop for now. I mean, I like it.
In
I like
retrospect, I would have really liked to see maybe the Venomancer going for Greaves or possibly Pipe, and then let the Queen of Pain go for the Spirit Vessel. I know it's the same argument, you know, they've still got the press the attack to get rid of it, but I feel like it opens up onto the Morph, because the earlier you get the Spirit Vessel before Morph gets Manta, the more opportunities you have to kill him early on, which can really upset his tempo, which I like to see.
So the thing there is Queen of Pain with Spirit Vessel doesn't really scale that well, especially in a game where there's someone on the opponent's side who can remove it. Queen of Pain is a hero that needs to have impact with every single item. Venomancer, he's okay because he has a lot of ways to farm. He's constantly pushing lanes and, you know, holding areas on the map. Like, it's okay. He's a utility hero, right? But Quap needs to constantly be scaling. There's a chance that she'll go Vessel and then become useless after that because she doesn't get any kills using that Vessel. At least with Orchid, she has a lot of solo kill potential on the Snapfire, the Rubik, even the Legion Commander. You can silence the Legion up so you can commit to the fight. It's just, this is what you want to build up if you're trying to play like a semi-carry Quap.
Got it.
Yeah, you don't want like 4 supports on your team at the end of the day. That's how I would feel if the Quap went for the Vessel in this game.
Fair enough, fair enough. Well, Troll has completed this Basher, heading into BKB next. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain also looking for a BKB, so some very obvious timing is coming out from Khan soon. Venomancer also looking to complete his Pipe, and then looking in towards a Heaven's Halberd. I mean, Heaven's Halberd is just always a really great item as they jump the Venomancer in the middle lane. Or do they? Noob, just throwing some spells at him, making him feel a little bit unsafe, seeing if they can maybe deal with some of these Plague Wards. We really do have a battle of the Plague Wards in the middle lane. Look at this, one group here, one group there, fighting against the creeps. This is some thrilling stuff in the middle lane. Thankfully, the Rubik has Fade Bolt. Oh, and in they go, the duel coming down onto the Venomancer, and he is not surviving this one. With the Monomus Kisses as well, they'll be able to quickly bring him down. And, oh yeah, get that farm. Get that farm, LeBron. Money. Love that efficiency. Wow, they're going into Roche right now. This is crazy from tempo, but it might be a good idea. But Troll are going to kind of snipe it out with the illusion. Where do you get illusion from?
Pretty big kill. No vision on the top area of the map. They know it's happening, but it's really hard to commit into this battle here because they don't actually have any wards up here on the side of Khan.
Yeah, they're not contesting. This is kind of crazy actually, but down it goes, and Krylat's gonna be able to take himself an Aegis at the 21-minute mark. Very impressive, man. And this is something which the Troll would have really liked to get. Like, that Aegis would have made him just feel invincible this game. But it goes to the Morphling instead. This is a huge problem for the side of Khan.
Nyx is under a sentry here. They actually know he's there, but they don't have any dust. They just have sentry wards. They see him now.
Bill comes out, and they're going to be able to bring him down nice and quickly. Look at the damage on Mitch right now. 70 bonus damage.
Wow.
22 minutes into the game. He has found so many duels. It's not even like one of these games where we've had a ridiculous amount of kills. It's been pretty tame, but Mitch has just always been there in the right place at the right time.
It looks like at this point in the game, Khan are just going to wait out and farm their BKBs. The Queen of Pain has it in about 400 gold. Troll Warlord is about 1,000 gold away as well. So those are 2 big timings.
It's all in Vendetta. Pikachu, they're going to be able to look at the damage coming down from DNZ there. Noob comes in to finish the job, but that was all DNZ, baby. What a kill onto the Queen of Pain. Tempo are just not forgiving. I mean, every single time Khan are like on their side of the map, it feels like they're dying right now. And now this is an Ags finished up by the Void Spirit. Oh my god, this is not an item they can afford to play into. Not without their BKBs, that is. They will have them soon. But for the Phoenix and for the Venomancer, this Aghanim is just such an insanely good pickup. It's going to cause some huge issues. And talking to Venomancer, they're jumping in the middle lane. Once again, the Remnant coming down, locking him down. But nice stun from Gilgit, allowing Cheshire Cat to get off the ultimate, but will not survive. And it looks like Khan aren't really looking to respond to this one either. So they're just going to pop the ultimate on the Venomancer, get everyone nice and low, and really disable the pushing power of tempo here instead.
They're really picking up a lot of steam here on the side of tempo. They're pretty much taking over the map as they wish, especially with this Aegis. It doesn't look like Khan want to do anything at this point in the game, especially while you're trying to finish up your BKBs on your 2 cores. Mid again, another kill onto the Nyx, another 20 damage. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Mitch is getting out of control at this point. Even has himself this Imp Claw as well, so his first hits are just smashing heroes.
They got a tier 1 bottom as well. They could even keep going here. They shouldn't even be scared of anything at this point, especially with that Aegis. Voice Spirit has a DD. Whew.
Yeah, he's
Dude,
not here to
I
mess
gotta
around.
say, Noob has been playing so well this game. Like, or actually all the
This
games we've
tournament,
watched.
man.
Yeah, I mean he's really, really good. And this game, I do feel like he has carried his team quite hard, especially starting from the laning stage. He's been at the right place, the right time. His spells have been on point, except for that one Astral on the mid. Apart from that, Remnant, sorry. Yeah.
I'm just trying to see what rank he was on the leaderboards right now.
Did I just jinx him? Mid?
Oh man, I can't believe you've done this to him. Oh, blinking away though, might be alright, but the silence will still drop onto him. Meanwhile, Rubik coming in from the side, trying to help him out. One of his kids coming through as well, and Mitch will help him out with the pressy attack, getting him away and up to the high ground. So the caster's curse isn't even enough to bring down Noob. Rayliat looking to come in from the sidelines here, but those little plague wards causing him a couple of issues. They will have to back themselves away. But still, I mean, saving Private Mitch works out. Sorry, saving Private Noob.
Solid. I mean, they were bottom, then they just suddenly all came mid just to help him out a little bit, get him out of there. Morphling about to get his E-Blade off the courier, and it's go time. Smokes are on the ready on Snapfire here.
Yeah, now they will be walking into some timings. There's a BKB available on the Troll Warlord, a fresh one at 10 seconds. The Queen of Pain, her one is just coming off cooldown in 15 seconds. If they can get her quickly, that would be very nice indeed. Meanwhile, Kraliat, he's looking in here. The Venomancer's going to be seen. Can they blow him up in time? Yes, they can. They're even going to throw down the Duel and make sure they get a little bit of extra damage onto Mitch as well. Meanwhile, the backline, some Morphing tries to go down onto XL. XL not looking that healthy. Does have a Supernova, and as gets forced to put it out, but they are so ready for that one. It's going to take him down instantly. Queen of Pain does land a pretty nice Sonic Wave, but it's 2 versus 5 right now. Can they really fight this? Kraliat come through the backlines. Maven's able to chop up Mitch. That's a pretty decent starting kill. The Morphing's going to go down as well. First time. He does have that Aegis though. Meanwhile, Pikachu has to back himself away. Meanwhile, the next won't be so lucky. TP's coming in as Naive, running himself out, but there's that Yule's coming out. Noob is ready. On top of him, silencers are there. Shotgun is out as well, and Naive can do nothing but stand there and wait for a sweet release of death. Tempo take another great fight. What a reveal from this Ethereal Blade as well. Khan felt they were ready to fight. They felt confident about going in on that one, and they did land an amazing Sonic Wave, but unfortunately, this Supernova is doing absolutely nothing.
They probably shouldn't have taken that engagement with the Morphling still having the Aegis up, right?
Yeah.
I think they could have waited 30 more seconds and then done that play, because then the Aegis would have been finished or expired on the Morphling. So the Venomancer really putting himself out of position, forcing that team fight. Also, let's not forget, that was a fight without the Venomancer at all. He died instantly at the start. Didn't drop a Poison Nova, not a Gale, no pipes were used, so all these engagements just kind of feel like 4 versus 5 for Khan, and they just gotta get their shit together at this point and just get some smokes going where they're the ones initiating.
It's...
Troll Warlord,
Yeah, I mean,
he's got an right now, so he's okay. He's got damage, right? And so does the Queen of Pain. They just have to get a 5v5.
Yeah, they do. They do. Their team fight is still really strong. Like, they can't feel like they're that weak at this point, because if they do, then they are going to end up just kind of letting Tempo run away with the game. But still playing to play for... Oh, and a Paladin Sword for the Troll Warlord. What an item.
Good. I bet he probably wishes he had a Titan Sliver this game, right? So get that magic resistance against the Morphling. And the status assist would be quite nice against the Legion Commander. Probably the hardest counter to the LC here.
Yeah, it's pretty... I don't know. Paladin Sword's so amazing, though, when you're playing Troll. It's, just lifesteal. It's you know, it's nice in and of itself. Khan now looking for something. This could be a free kill in the mid lane. DNZ immediately blinking away though, and I believe they spotted the smoke there because, you know, there's Sudden's Troll just appearing in front of you. That's not right, even in the night. Gilgit wrapping on in from behind on the Nyx Assassin. might be able to find them some great vision in this fight as they go forward onto the Rubik. Can they bring him down in time, though? Supernova is going to get dropped as well. DNZ still alive, steals the Sonic Wave, turns it around, brings down Pikachu in his dying breath. Now Naive getting on top of the Morphling. Morphling could be in some real trouble right now, but Noob coming in trying to help him out as I look forward towards the Void Spirit instead. And now the duel comes down, and that's going to be enough to take down Axel. Meanwhile, Troll Warlord having to pop that BKB, still in some trouble. Wants to deal with the tower, can't do so. TP's away. Will he make it, though? He will. Absolutely fine, in fact. Meanwhile, the TNC's still alive. They jump onto Cheshire Cat, and the Venomancer, he's gonna fall, it looks like. Might be able to get a bit of damage off onto Noob before he dies, but die he most certainly shall. Tempo, they keep everybody. What an insane fight from this team, and DNZ staying alive the whole damn time, then buying back. I can't believe he stole the Sonic Wave and used it before he died there. I mean, even if he doesn't buy back, that is still, like, more than enough out of this Rubik in this team fight.
Oh, dude, that was the difference between them destroying that fight for Khan and losing it, because without that Sonic Wave, that Quap was out. She had a haste rune. She was about to make it out with like 200 HP, could have bottled back up, blinked in again with another Orchid onto the opponents, but whew, I can't believe they actually let that Rubik go with just like 100 health.
Maybe, I mean, this is what I was talking about before, right? The reluctance of Khan, the lack of confidence. You know, you've taken so many losses in the row, you have to believe you can win fights, and not fully committing to that Rubik there, that is a sign of a team which isn't confident in their ability to win fights. You know, you need to commit, you need to bring down that Rubik as quickly as possible, and then move on to your next target, because if you don't do that, you're not playing to win the fights. The Supernova, unfortunately, will not be enough. And
it was a pretty solid play from the Troll Warlord too. Like, he actually did try to go in and pop his ultimate, but then the Morphling with the Manta got out, the Void Spirit with the Eul's got out. It's just not enough lockdown at this point for Khan either.
Meanwhile, Duel coming down to the backlines. This Venomancer, he's going to get his truffles ruffled. And meanwhile, it looks like Queen of Pain heading the same way. That's going to be 2 kills. They pop the Supernova. That is a creative Supernova if ever I've seen one on creative. I mean, kind of bad. And that's it. They're done. GG's are dropped. And game number 1 is going to go the way of Tempo so convincingly. 26-8 is the scoreline. 11k gold advantage at this 31-minute mark. You know, it's not a ridiculous gold advantage, but